or buy Borderlands 3. Sorry, I've been sick. Very sick. You can see it in my face. I got this really bad cold. And I stayed home all weekend and I enjoyed myself playing some Borderlands 3. I'll try to be as positive, as happy as possible. It's really hard when you're sick like this. But I don't want to let the subscribers down and the fans and everybody. I should be hyped up, jumping over my chair, but I have so little energy. I almost didn't do this video. I didn't feel like it, but tomorrow's Monday. Have to go back to work with this cold. It's gonna be insane. Enough of me complaining. Yes, it is the best Borderlands to date. Borderlands 1 was my favorite. Borderlands 2 is my favorite. Pre-sequels, I can't advance myself. I played it for maybe an hour and I never got into the story and the whole thing. Maybe I should go back and play it. But Borderlands 3 grasped me so much. Way more than part 1 and part 2. I gotta say it's the best Borderland ever. Ever. Nothing beats it. I will say 1 because the whole gun thing. There's so many different new guns. It's just amazing. I know it sounds very boring, but the new guns, like, you feel like you have the best gun, but you're overwhelmed by bags and bags of loots and guns and armors and stuff, and you have yet to decide what to pick, what's the best, and you always get surprised with newer models. Back in the days, the guns were like, okay, this one does more damage, this one does fire, but this one, the guns, they play in different type, they shoot in different styles. I had a gun once, I played for at least 5 hours with it. It was shooting gas and it was making gas clouds, poison gas, and it was the best, but eventually I had to get rid of it. That's the part I hate about the game. You should be able to keep your favorite guns and upgrade them, but that's Borderlands, so you always get better and better and newer. The gun, just the gun itself, all the guns, I don't know how to describe it. That was one. I had a sniper rifle who would freeze people from a distance, and eventually you shot them enough, they turn into ice, and you shot through them and you break them into pieces. I thought, man, that's a revelation. Just the guns. Just for that, best Borderlands. But deeper and deeper, you're not just stuck on Pandora. You're like, yes! Then you travel throughout the cosmos of Borderlands and you have different planets, and you do meet all the old characters. I don't want to spoil it, but some of them die, some of them live. It's really sad. The story, nowadays games, I don't even listen to the story. I just, I get to the end and I don't care about it. This one grasped me. I'm laughing my head off. It's just very emotional sometimes. People die, people live, and you get attached to everything in the story and all the characters you've been following and loving for years. Then I want to go to the point. 2 boss battles every like hour in this game. I'm 20 hours in. I've been doing just the main quest. There's so much replay value in this game, it's insane. I haven't explored every assets and everything. But the side stories are not boring side stories like back in the days. They actually have some kind of a deep story into the side stories, and they're original, each and one of them. They don't feel repetitive like on part 1 and part 2. Very original side stories. There's a lot of stuff to be done. No spoilers, but there's 23 chapters out there. I'm 20 hours on, and you can see I uploaded a bunch of gameplay because I don't want to play anything else. I waited my whole life for part 3. We finally got it. And might I say, the wait was definitely worth it. Like, it really feels superior to 1 and 2. You don't really want to go back and play 1 and 2. You just want to stay stuck in Borderlands 3 and play it. Just because of the guns, the environment, exploring throughout the galaxy, opening different vaults. In the first one, you only open 1 vault and you have this major boss battle. Well, make that like 4, 5, 6,000 times. many boss battles, different vaults to open, a lot of loots, a lot of secret stuff, a good story, a good gameplay, new characters, a new class. I didn't very look into it, all 4 characters. I always, in each Borderlands, I always pick the guy with the guns. Now this time around, it's a girl, and Moza, I think her name is, and she's the gunner, and she calls in a super overpowered mech robot that you go in, just like D.Va and with Mecha, D.Va and Mecha and Overwatch. Just jump in, you call in that mecha, jump in and just shoot the crap out of it. The upgrade tree is really, might I say, complicated and very deep, and be very mindful on what you spend your upgrade tree. Let me know in comments down below, what class did you pick? There's a Beastmaster, there's another Siren. Kind of boring because we had a bunch of Sirens ever, and I never played with the Sirens. It's always the people with the guns, and the Sirens, they do get exploited in this game, might I add. So that's pretty much it. This is my sick review of Borderlands 3 because I'm sick. And this is by far, I proclaim this, the best Borderlands ever. They surpassed, you know, part 1 was like revelation when it came out. It was the first loot and shoot RPG FPS, and a lot of game franchise and company tried to copy this type. And I'm like, all these games came out, and I was afraid. I'm like, man, when Borderlands 3 is gonna come out, so many games came out in between 2 and 3, and Borderlands 2 was good, but yeah, they brought it. They just crushed the competition and loot and shoot in every single multiplayer game. I don't want to say names, but all these companies that try to copy what Borderlands brought, what I could say, it's still fresh and still good, and they brought it. 2K Games and Gearbox, I love you guys. You're the best, and you brought it back. You brought back my favorite franchise to 150%, and I'm so grateful. I'm looking at that library behind me, and I'm like, you don't need so many games. You just need to wait for the good ones. There's a lot of, you know, good games, but there's the ones that make you a gamer and they make you want to play more. They make you happy in your soul because you don't feel like it's a cash grab. You feel they really made it with all the love and all the soul, and they could still do another one. I can't wait for Borderlands 4 now. But take your time, like you took your time making Borderlands 3. It was very worth it. I'm tired, I'm sick, and I'm done. So don't forget to send some love, support the channel and me, hit that thumbs up. Hope you had a great weekend. I just stayed home quietly and played Borderlands for 20 hours. Now it's time to go